So this is the current collection for me. So this is about, was it 10, 19? It's roughly 20 Sabers, I believe. So those are my 2KR flagships, AZ Crow, AZ Kelleris. This is my Jedi Mystery Saber from Starfall, the Starfall Alliance, Starfall Ascension, Starfall Legacy, the Starfall 1 of 4 special scrap flex. And then this is a Starfall Mini Ramkoga, it's a 1 of 1. And then here we have my GCS Badax. This is a Padawan Saber Shop Stormtrooper Saber. This is back from, I think, 2016. That Charles Ivanova did a complete restore for me on. Even though this one isn't really worth much, we're really more of a novelty saber, but it kind of has a lot of sentimental value for me, so I kept this. Same is true for this one. This is actually one of the first sabers I bought secondhand when I was really new to collecting. Jeff Birch, some of you may remember him when he used to run Hexx Sabers. When he was getting out of the business, he had this sort of garage fire sale. And one of the pieces that he first put up for sale was this MHS V1 falling hilt that I really liked, and sort of like this big Franken saber. And so I got this from him. And then also Charles Ivanova, who was one of my first friends in the hobby who did installs for me, took this over, did some dragging etching on the shrouds for me, and this etching here. And then he put a wrap on here that he also etched with the same dragon thing, because my daughter and I really love dragon themes. And so this is one of the first sabers that Charles Ivanova actually did for me. Yeah, so anyway, good memories with that one. So yeah, these two Franken sabers, those stay with me mainly. They're, value-wise, they're not even worth that much, but the sentimental value of those are huge, so they'll never go. This is my Afe Props Z5. This was, I think, this is hilt number 9 of 100. And I got this one commissioned by Vaults of Valhalla. This is the first and only commission I had with Carl Danby over there at Vaults of Valhalla. Great guy to work with. And he did this Erebor theme for me on the front, and then the Gates of Moria on the back. So I call this my Dwarven Hammer. This is my Lord of the Rings theme saber. I love it. And there are some saber trios, a couple of Senzas, a Vulcan. This is a custom. This actually also has another. This one also has a lot of good memories behind it too. So this one was a custom Saberforge Eris that I originally got from Jason Ketchum. I bought it from him secondhand. He originally commissioned Arc Sabers, Daniel, over at Arc Saber Sabersmith, to do this nice mod work. This little brass plating on here, this little faux control box, some of the see-through jewels up there on the emitter, and then all of this weather work with the little marble crystal chamber in the middle. This is also the loudest saber I own. This saber is booming loud. It is a monster. And I recently sent this down to James over at Mountain Sabers, who did a board swap for me. He put a Profi 3.9 board in this, and then replaced the recharge port because it was getting old. But yeah, love this saber. And then this is another saber trio that I recently picked up from Andrew Barber, second gang who was selling this. My daughter and I are also really into the droid theme. She has a couple of droids in her room that she built at Disneyland when we first went to the Star Wars park over there in LA when they first opened back in 2019, 2018. And so I figured this would go really well with the droid themes that she has in her room. So we picked this up. So she's going to use this too, as well as me. And then this is, I think this is the last Vader's vault that I own. Some Maelstrom Elite. I got this secondhand a while back. I really like it. I sold my black one that I got along with it, but I kept this one because I really like this. I really like the silver and the brass and the black on this. So that is my current collection. A lot of good memories in this collection. These are sabers that I will not be selling unless I absolutely have to. But these are all part of my permanent collection. And this is my blade rack. So up here we've got my 2 Bendu Armories left. These are old Bendu Armory, is it 20, these are like 25-inch blades. I use those for like staffing stuff when I used to have staffs. But those are the last V3 BTF heavy grade blades that I own from Bendu Armory. Most of the other ones I've sold already. These 2 are custom blades that Shane Overton Revo built for me that are using 269 strip. This is like 2.5 strips of pixels. So they have sort of like a custom adjustment. So they're not quite as brag as like a TriStar, but they're bragger than a double up. So they're nice blades, nice custom blades. And then these are my 7/8 blades. These are Quantums that I got from TCSS. So one's a 34-inch and then one's a 35.5-inch. And then these are my V4 Quantum 36-inch heavy grades. And then these are my Quantum 36-inch show blades. And then these are my Quantum 33.5-inch, the shorter ones, heavy grade blades. These are KR V2s. One's a 32.5-inch and one's a 35.5-inch. And those I got when Bendu Armory was first building those. So I got those originally from Bendu. And these are built really well. Bendu always built really great blades. And then these bottom ones here are my KR 3.5 show blades, which I believe are, I think they're like 34-inch blades. Yeah, these guys right here. So when you see me do like demo compares between like KR blades and Quantum blades, I'm usually using this as a comparison along with these, because these are my Quantum show blades and then these are my KR show blades. So you usually see me comparing those. So that's my blade rack. I still have one of these older blades tucked away in the corner here, which Charles Avanova built for me, which still kind of works, but it's just old, so it's got a lot of dead spots. This is an old 42-inch custom blade that he built for me, along with that that dragon etched Franken Saber that you saw. That was a custom blade he built for me to go with this saber. It still kind of works, and I still use it with that saber, just because the size matches up with it. But anyway, yeah. So that is my collection. Oh, I will say a couple of other things about these custom etches. So this one is what I call the clan saber, the family saber. This one, I commissioned Jeremy Puckett over at Solo Sabers to do for me. This is our family crest, which is borrowed from like a Japanese tradition, which is 3 cranes. And so I asked him to do that etch for me on this saber. And I told my wife if she ever wanted a saber to use to play with to borrow, this was going to be it. So this is basically like my wife's saber that I had modified for her, and she loves it. She's used it a couple of times, but she loves it. This saber I commissioned Don Patry of Dark Side Sabers to do. This is just a really nice Jedi Republic etch on the shrouds, and then I did the wrapping on this. This is like my first test on like doing a high-end wrap on a saber. I follow Call from KR Sabers. He had this tutorial on YouTube that he did that was really good. And I followed his tutorial to wrap this one, and it actually turned out really nice. Yeah, so those two are sort of modded from their original. So yeah, that is my current collection. Oh, and what you don't see, I have two that are still out. I have Divinium Customs Dragon V1 that is currently being worked on. There's sort of like a project level install being done on it that Brian Ling is working on. And then Brian also has my Inspired Designs ID7 that he's also doing a really nice install for. So those other two Sabers are not shown here, but everything else is here.